There was snow everywhere. Two kids came outside, one boy, one girl, both wearing a hat and a jacket. They ran outside, they were so excited, playing, had a snowball fight, back and forth, and they decided that what they were going to do next was build a snowman. They built a small little snowman, a kid size, and they found some sticks. One for each arm, found him a nose. And after looking around, they found some rocks for both his eyes and a smile. It looked pretty good to them, but it was still missing something. And then one of them had the idea that they should use their hat, the snowman. That's it. They made their snowman and they went on their way. The snowman was left there, and he started coming to life. Could feel his arms and his eyes, his mouth. Starting to feel all his fingers and be able to move his body around. And he was able to move around kind of slowly. You know, he didn't have any legs, so he kind of would just drag himself across the ground. And he saw other animal prints. And then that's when he noticed the sun. The bright, bright sun. The snowman was dazzled by the sun. He wanted to be with her. But he was stuck on the ground. The sun would tease the snowman, but there was really no way for him to get to the sun. And then he tried chasing the sun when it was up, and then chasing it as it was sundown, and then no sun left. It was dark. And the snowman was cold. He couldn't really move anymore. He turned to ice. And he was just left outside under the stars. Finally, again, he realized the sun was coming back up. He could see the sun again that he loved so much. It was warm. Finally had an idea that he was climbing up the tree. His body stayed on the ground and just his head went up. His body pulled down one of the branches and along the head, trying to get to the sun, but he just bounced along the ground when he fell. He tried and tried, kept trying to get to the sun, but again, the sun went down and it was nighttime. The snowman was sad, but he waited for the sun again. And again, day after day after day, the sun came and went, and the snowman would try and get to the sun, but it never worked. And after time, the snowman just started to melt more and more, shrinking, parts of his body just melting away. He was beginning to have less fingers. Even though he's getting smaller and melting, he still wouldn't stop trying to get to the sun. He lost his right arm and his left arm, and then he just shuffled his way along till eventually his body was falling apart. The snowman and the sun looked right at each other as the snowman's eyes just drifted off his face onto the ground. There's nothing the sun could do. It was horrible, just watching him melt. He was in a puddle of his own water, just melting and crying. The snowman finished melting and was finally able to be with the sun, happily ever after.